They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but sometimes it's best served at 3 a.m. with a fleet of tow trucks. Picture this. You wake up to the acrid smell of fresh asphalt. Your private gravel driveway, the one you paid $80,000 for, to avoid HOA control, has been paved overnight, without permission. Your fence posts lie scattered like broken teeth, your surveyor markers smashed to dust. Then you find the letter. The HOA president not only bills you $3,200 for this upgrade, but demands monthly fees. The smugness, it drips off. The page, but she didn't know. I'm a retired developer with towing contracts across the county. By morning, poof. Every HOA car had vanished. What would you do if someone destroyed your property overnight? Where are you watching from? And what's your worst HOA nightmare? My name's Jack Reynolds. 3 years ago, I thought I'd found paradise. After selling my construction business, my wife Anna and I bought 3 acres in the Texas Hill Country, just beyond Oakwood Hills subdivision. Our home sat 400 yards back, connected by a long, gravel driveway. I bought that access road separately, private, not HOA-controlled thanks to the foresight of old rancher George Blackwood. It cost me $80,000, worth every penny. Anna was a high school principal, steady, practical. Our daughter Mia was 15, focused on school, avoiding drama. Evenings were peaceful, mockingbirds, jasmine on the breeze, quiet family time. Enter Lisa Carter, the human embodiment of a parking ticket. Imagine the most entitled real estate agent you've ever met, multiply by 10, then make her HOA president. Lisa drove a white BMW X5 with vanity plates reading Prop QN. She'd been HOA president for 3 years, suing neighbors for everything from mailbox colors to bird feeders. She carried a ruler, to measure grass height. She specialized in squeezing homeowners while inflating her real estate business. The trouble started one Tuesday morning. Coffee in hand, I heard heavy machinery. Outside, a crew was pouring hot asphalt over my gravel road. The smell burned my nostrils. Fence posts, ripped out. Survey markers, destroyed. They even installed stone pillars at the entrance with brass plaques Oakwood Hills Grand Entrance, Estander 2023. I stormed to the HOA office. Lisa sat smug at her desk, real estate awards behind her. "We're bringing your rustic road up to standards," she said, making rustic sound like a disease. She showed me a plot map, labeling my road as Future Community Thoroughfare. Her proof? A verbal agreement with George Blackwood, dead 10 years. The next day, a certified letter, $3,200 assessment, $85 monthly fees, landscaping requirements, and threats of liens. Anna slammed cabinets in rage. Mia's friends began treating the new asphalt as a parking lot and skateboard path, but Lisa didn't know. George's deed language would make her legal team cry. Within a week, she installed fancy stone entrance markers, branding my driveway as community property. Then came a security guard in a golf cart. One morning, he flagged me down. "Sir, I need to verify your authorization to use this community road." "My own driveway." I kept calm. "That's my house right there," I said. He shrugged. "Community safety protocols." It was pure intimidation. So I filed a county complaint. Here's the thing, construction required permits. Everything. Lisa had none. Within 48 hours, the county slapped a stop work order on her pillars. Seeing that bright orange notice? Better than Christmas. Lisa's retaliation? A late-night HOA meeting. My neighbor, Tom Miller, retired Marine with sharp ears, overheard. Lisa ranted about me undermining property values. The board voted to fine me $500 a day for failing to maintain a common area, my own road. Soon after, a certified letter declared me persona non grata. I was officially banned from property I owned. Lisa escalated with a community awareness campaign, convincing neighbors I endangered school buses, tanked property values. Anna came home shaken, after 3 neighbors cornered her at the store. Even Mia felt watched. Hired my old partner Ben, a retired sheriff's deputy turned PI, and ordered a GPS land survey. Cost, $3,200. The same Lisa tried to charge me. Poetic justice. Ben discovered Lisa had been buying surrounding properties through shell companies. For 18 months, she wanted to create luxury estates. My land was the keystone. Without it, her plan collapsed. Lisa tried claiming prescriptive easement, but George and I had gated the road every winter. Her claim had no foundation. Still, her lawyers sent a cease and desist, threatening a $50,000 lawsuit for destroying community property, surveying my own land. Meanwhile, Lisa organized beautification walks, groups of neighbors photographing our home like paparazzi. Mia closed her curtains. Facebook posts mocked our landscaping. Even the county clerk lost my survey records, replaced by Lisa's niece, who demanded $2,800 in reapplication fees. This wasn't bureaucracy, it was extortion. Ben's digging revealed Lisa's empire was fragile. Her LLCs were drowning in debt. She was 90 days from bankruptcy, unless she forced my sale. My refusal threatened her survival. Then came sabotage. Our irrigation line, cut under the asphalt, killing grass and roses. Before I could fix it, Lisa called. Any work on community infrastructure requires a $5,000 deposit. She damaged my property, then tried to extort me for repairs. Her lawyers filed an injunction demanding removal of my survey stakes and harassing signs. Classic tactic, bury me in lawsuits until I gave up. But allies emerged. Tom offered cameras. Dr. Maria, a neighbor, shared her horror stories. Sarah Johnson, a teacher, revealed Lisa had tried to cheat her out of her corner lot. Lisa wasn't just targeting me, she was harassing anyone who refused to sell. Then the tax bomb hit. My property taxes jumped from $4,200 to $7,800 due to road improvements. The appeals process required paying first. More pressure. Evenings, once peaceful, were now filled with skateboard wheels, neighbor surveillance. Anna whispered, "She's desperate." Good. Desperate people make mistakes. Lisa staged an informal mediation at the county office. 12 board members, her lawyer, thick binders. Her proposal? Buy my easement for $15,000. Property I'd paid $80,000 for. I stood, smiled, and countered $0 and a public apology. Then I walked out. Next came propaganda. The local paper ran, "Property dispute divides Oakwood Hills." Lisa painted herself as community hero. I got one buried paragraph. An aerial photo made me look like a stubborn island against progress. Online comments turned vicious. But my cameras captured gold. Lisa's crew removing survey markers at 2 a.m., dumping debris, her guard harassing Mia. Insurance piled on with a $4,000 premium hike after anonymous complaints. Someone even whispered to Anna's school board that her husband's hostile behavior reflected poorly on her. That was a federal mistake. Workplace intimidation tied to property disputes is illegal under civil rights law. Lisa was building my lawsuit for me. Her last card? A petition to reclassify my road as public, forcing sale through eminent domain. A hearing was set for next month, but my secret weapon was ready. Dr. Maria dug up legal precedents. Tom documented harassment. Sarah launched a social media counter-campaign exposing Lisa's shell companies. Ben traced her finances. $340,000 owed to lenders, maxed credit cards, and under investigation for conflicts of interest. Her empire was collapsing. Utility warfare followed. $8,500 relocation study for my power lines, internet sabotage, anonymous threats on Anna's windshield. She was unraveling. Then Ben struck gold. In dusty courthouse files, he found George Blackwood's deed. The road shall remain private property in perpetuity, free from any HOA covenants. Filed, notarized, airtight. My land was untouchable. Even better, Ben discovered Lisa's shell companies borrowed $2.4 million using future HOA fees as collateral. Without my property, the whole plan collapsed. She wasn't just harassing me, she was fighting for her financial life, and corruption ran deep. Commissioner David Morse, her brother-in-law, had approved illegal permits, pocketed HOA contracts. Fraud, racketeering, and environmental crimes, it was all on the table. For the first time, I wasn't on defense. The power dynamic flipped. Lisa needed me, not the other way around. I turned my garage into a war room. Maps, timelines, evidence. Tom brought surveillance gear. Dr. Maria added medical documentation. Sarah organized files like a Pentagon officer. Anna called it the most interesting garage sale in Texas. Then came Karen Blake, a feared property attorney. Her plan was brutal in its simplicity. File a quiet title action and federal complaint. The same day as the HOA hearing, force them into defense. Ben's evidence, 847 photos, 23 hours of footage, and 156 documents. Enough to make federal prosecutors salivate. Here's what most people don't know about SLAPP suits, strategic lawsuits against public participation. They're designed not to win, but to exhaust you with endless litigation. And Lisa was about to learn. Why picking this fight with me was the biggest mistake of her life. Texas has strong anti-SLAPP statutes with mandatory attorney fee awards for victims. Lisa's harassment campaign fit the definition perfectly, which meant she'd be paying my legal bills when this was over. Karen's financial counterstrike was sharp. We filed an insurance claim against the HOA's liability policy for property damage, triggering an investigation. Insurance companies hate fraud. Once they discover false applications or undisclosed risks, they void policies retroactively, leaving board members personally liable. The public relations push launched that Tuesday. Sarah helped Anna create a Facebook group, Oakwood Property Rights Alliance, sharing the real story of Lisa's shell company acquisitions. Dr. Maria posted detailed breakdowns of HOA overreach and intimidation that read like research papers, but hit like hammers. Tom added his military perspective on proportional response, explaining how Lisa's tactics broke every principle of civilized conflict. Within 48 hours, membership hit 127 neighbors, many posting their own HOA horror stories. My secret weapon, Jake Morrison, owner of Morrison Recovery Services, who specialized in HOA towing contracts. When I told him about Lisa, he grinned like a rattlesnake. "She owes me $12,000 in unpaid towing bills," he said, flashing a thick file. 8 months delinquent. That meant mechanics liens on HOA common property, claims that could collapse her financial house of cards. Our neighborhood intel network grew like a spy ring. 5 neighbors monitored HOA meetings, permit applications, construction activity, and social media. Tom set up encrypted communications. Dr. Maria recruited allies in city planning and the school board, tired of Lisa's arrogance. An environmental specialist confirmed EPA violations, serious enough for federal charges. Reporter Sarah Sawyer circled the story. HOA president's secret empire built on harassment and fraud. Too good to pass up. She promised to wait until our legal filings landed. Dr. Maria even profiled Lisa, a narcissist in a rage spiral, escalating until humiliation broke her. Her warning? Be ready for property damage or violence. So we baited the trap. Karen filed paperwork but didn't serve notice, creating the illusion I was backing down, inviting Lisa to overreach. That Thursday, I stood in our war room, walls plastered with evidence. Anna squeezed my shoulder. "Ready?" she asked. "More than ready," I said. "It's time." Lisa's desperation took bizarre new form. Around midnight, unmarked trucks rolled in. The smell of asphalt and diesel choked the night as crews installed speed bumps and residents-only signs. Tom's cameras caught everything. License plates, faces, and Lisa herself directing traffic in a pink tracksuit at 2 a.m. She looked like a real housewife, losing her mind in high definition. But her next move crossed a line. She cornered Anna in the school parking lot, smiling like a predator. "I'll give you $25,000 cash if Jack drops the lawsuit," she purred. Anna hit record on her phone. Lisa admitted the money came from the Community Improvement Fund, the same fund Ben had already exposed as embezzled. Bribery on camera, with stolen cash. "Think about Mia's college fund," Lisa whispered. Anna's reply deserves an ovation. "The only thing costing us is dealing with criminals who think private property is a piggy bank." Meanwhile, Ben's investigation into David Morse exploded. The inspector who approved Lisa's permits had never set foot on site. Signatures were rubber-stamped via backdated emails. The state attorney general opened a formal probe. The harassment campaign escalated into psychological warfare. Flyers accused me of running an illegal business. False fire marshal complaints about hazardous tools. A bogus CPS report forced Anna through a humiliating inspection. Mia's college applications mysteriously delayed. Through it all, she kept straight A's, stronger than most adults I know. Vandalism followed. Our mailbox smashed, caught on camera by 2 board members at 3 a.m., lawn poisoned with herbicide, spelling "move" in dead grass. Garden hoses, slit flooding the basement, paint hurled at our siding, bright orange scars visible from the subdivision entrance. Lisa was branding us as pariahs, but I'd built long enough to know when vandals strike, deadlines loom. Lisa was running out of time. The community began fracturing. At one HOA meeting, Dr. Maria demanded financial transparency. Tom challenged. Their bogus fines, Sarah grilled the treasurer until he stammered. Families began formally withdrawing. Lisa's empire was crumbling. From within, online warfare peaked. Fake accounts attacked us. Anna got threats. Mia faced bullying at school. Yet beneath the chaos, law enforcement stirred. A deputy filed. Official reports ordered extra patrols. He recognized several HOA goons from domestic calls. The mask was slipping. "Saturday evening," Anna whispered, as another patrol crept past our house. "She's going to try something bigger." I smiled. "Good. Let her dig deeper." Lisa's grand finale came as Community Action Day. On Facebook, it looked wholesome, families beautifying shared spaces. In reality, over 20 neighbors showed up with bolt cutters, sledgehammers, and chainsaws to rip out survey markers, cameras, and signs. SUVs and pickups rolled in like a militia. Gas fumes filled the air. Lisa strutted from her BMW in an Oakwood Pride T-shirt, clipboard, and bolt cutters gleaming. "Morning, neighbors," she chirped. "Let's bring this area up to standards." Then I stepped out, video camera in hand, alongside Deputy Rodriguez, who Tom had quietly summoned. "Step back," Rodriguez said firmly. "This is private land. You're trespassing." Lisa clutched her cutters, shrieking about harassment. When she stormed across my property line, Rodriguez's cuffs clicked shut. 2 of her loudest supporters joined her. The kicker? Lisa had invited a TV crew expecting sympathy. Instead, the cameras rolled as she was arrested mid-rant, bolt cutters still in hand. Sarah Sawyer's segment focused on corruption, environmental crimes. Lisa's meltdown, including her confession about forcing sales, was broadcast statewide. She spent 72 hours in county jail, bond set at $50,000, accounts frozen. Her mugshot lit up the evening news. Dominoes fell fast. Banks froze her LLCs. 3 families received foreclosure notices tied to her shell companies. The HOA's insurer canceled coverage. Sarah uncovered the smoking gun. Lisa had embezzled $127,000 from community funds to cover her failing investments. Her brother-in-law's accounting firm had rubber-stamped the audits. Outrage boiled over. 15 families demanded a new board. Dr. Maria was elected president. Tom and Sarah took finance oversight. And their first act was a public apology to victims. Transparency measures. Adopted. The FBI moved in. Subpoenas hit Lisa, David Morse, and city officials. Fraud, racketeering, environmental crimes, it was all on the table. The federal courthouse in Dallas overflowed. Lisa's sentencing drew reporters, neighbors, and prosecutors armed with our mountain of evidence. We sat front row, Anna, Mia, our allies, Tom in uniform, Dr. Maria clutching testimony, Sarah flanked by 12 victim families. The air buzzed with cameras and sweat. Over 3 days, prosecutors presented 847 exhibits, surveillance footage, vandalism reports, financial records, EPA violations. Victim statements cut deep. Anna described intimidation at work, threats to our daughter. Dr. Maria testified about stress-related illnesses. Families told stories of extortion, harassment. When Lisa finally spoke, her lawyer begged leniency, but she hijacked the mic, ranting about protecting property values. She sounded like a bad real estate ad. On trial for racketeering, the evidence shredded her defense. Financials showed $340,000 embezzled. Environmental experts detailed permanent wetland damage. Videos played of vandalism, midnight construction. It was an airtight RICO case. Judge Morrison pronounced forfeiture. All assets tied to fraud seized. Her home, her BMW, her properties. Proceeds would repay victims, restore the wetlands. Then the hammer. 8 years in federal prison. The courtroom erupted in applause. Lisa went pale, still babbling about protecting investments, as marshals led her away. Morse had already received 5 years. Other officials pled guilty. Sarah Sawyer's live broadcast reached millions, inspiring national debate about HOA abuse. The EPA ordered $2.1 million in wetland restoration. Our property became the northern boundary of a new protected wildlife corridor. My gravel driveway, once Lisa's obsession, was transformed into a nature trail with educational signs funded by her forfeited assets. The irony was delicious. Mia earned a full scholarship after her award-winning essay on standing up to bullies. Anna was promoted to assistant superintendent. We finally took that dream trip to Alaska, bears fishing, Anna laughing, peace at last. Property. Values soared 45%. The area rebranded itself as Oakwood Conservation Community. The Texas legislature passed the Property Owner Protection Act, requiring $2 million HOA liability insurance, creating a property rights ombudsman, and criminalizing harassment campaigns. Jake's towing business tripled, specializing in HOA accountability. Sarah Sawyer won an Emmy for Neighborhood Nightmare. Tom and Ben launched a PI firm, helping dozens of families fight back. Lisa's former house became a community center, offering conflict resolution training. Our annual Freedom Road Festival now draws hundreds, celebrating barbecue, bounce houses, and laughter, where her guards once prowled. As for me, semi-retirement, maybe consulting for families facing similar fights. Today, children's laughter and bird songs echo along our restored road, the same road Lisa tried to steal. Got your own HOA nightmare? Share it in the comments. You're not alone. And remember, your HOA dues aren't their piggy bank.